Welcome to Resistance HIIT number 11. Today we're performing 12 different exercises for one set, and we're going to perform reps. So starting with a squat and press. You're going to think traditional squat position here, so legs are a little bit wider than hip width apart. So if you have a mat, it helps to kind of bring your feet to the edge of the mat. And as you're squatting down, try to bring your legs parallel to the floor. So a nice 90-degree bend in the legs, and then really squeeze that weight up at the top. Next we have a burpee and plank kick out. So reach down to the mat, jump back. You're going to kick under, reach the opposite arm towards the foot, and then jump up. So to modify, you can reach down to the mat, step back, perform a knee twist, step back in, and jump up. Following that, you're going to grab a chair or a stool or a bench to perform a decline plank walkover. So you're going to step up onto the chair 1 foot at a time, and then step down off the chair 1 foot at a time. So it's tough on the shoulders, it's tough on the core, and on the quads. If the chair is going to be too much for you, you can always do this on the mat and just perform a plank tap out. So really lift that leg up and over as you tap out. Next we have a sit-up jump up, and we're going to move right into 10 twisted mountain climbers. So if you don't have a ball, you can always just use free weights. The ball helps because you get a little bit of an incline on that plank, and that's actually going to make it really challenging for your core and your upper body. Next, grab your free weights for punch jacks. So as you're jumping the feet out, you're going to punch the arms up overhead. I'm using 5 pounds here. If the weight's too much for you, you can always do this body weight. Or if the punching up is too much, you can just perform prisoner jacks. And next we have a crunch and punch. So again, back to our free weights. Knees stay bent, feet are planted on the mat, knees stay straight. You're going to reach and punch across the body, keeping yourself in that V-seat position. Next, we're just going to need one weight for an alternating forward and backward lunge with a knee strike. So each time your leg comes back to center, you're going to drive that knee up into the chest. Really drive it up with intention too. You want to squeeze those abs. A 90-degree bend in the legs. So, next we're going to need our chair again for plyo step-ups. Staying on one side, you're going to keep 1 foot planted on the chair, and you're going to power the opposite knee up into the chest. And we're going to do this on both sides for one set. After that, we're going to have high knees. We're using our weights here. And then again, keep your weights for a side-to-side sumo press. So as you come out to the side into that sumo squat, you're going to press the weights up overhead. And our last exercise, we have Renegade Rows, a squat thrust, and a toe touch. So, jump back into plank, give me a push-up, a row on each side, jump the feet in, you're going to roll back. As you're rolling back, you're going to kick your legs straight up, and you're going to reach the weights up towards the toes. So, I'll show you a modification without the weights. Give me a modified push-up. You can still try to mimic the row. You're going to step your feet in, you're going to roll back, and you're going to alternate a leg lift and toe touch. From there, you're going to carefully come up. You can use your arms to assist you, and you're going to go right back to start in your modified push-up. So again, mimic the rows, step your feet in, sit down, roll back, alternate a leg lift and a toe reach. So, exercise number 1, here we go. We have a squat press, 20 reps. So you don't want to blast through this like we would with a cardio HIIT. You do want to move quickly, but really focus on the form. Really feel the squeeze in the squat. Don't give me a weak squat here. Really sink deep into the glutes. You want to bring those legs parallel to the ground. Back stays flat, abs are in tight. And as you're pushing the weight up, push the weight up with intention. Feel the core working, feel your shoulders working. 20 strong reps here. So set your weight down. Next we have our burpee and plank kick out for 10 reps. So that's 1. Here we go, jump back, kick across. That's 2. 8 more to go, keep going. There you go, keep it up, you can do it. Try to maintain balance here. It's a little bit difficult as you're lifting the opposite arm to reach the opposite toe. You can always keep the hands planted firmly on the mat if you're not comfortable lifting the opposite hand up. But don't skimp on this. Keep pushing. Go for the most advanced movement that you can do and keep going until you fail. You want to feel those muscles burning. I love these short workouts, but you really do have to work towards failure. If you're not doing that, if you feel comfortable afterward, you feel like you barely got a workout in, you're really not going to get much benefit from that. So moving on, grab your chair. We have our decline plank walkover. Step the foot up. Once the other foot comes up to meet, you're going to step out to the other side. So it's really good for the core, challenging for the shoulders. Again, move quickly, move carefully. Make sure you're not compromising your spine, and careful not to knock your chair or stool over. And just keep working through it. So 12 reps on this one. So next we have our sit-up, jump up, and 10 twisted mountain climbers. 10 full reps. So sit up, jump up, bring the weight down, 10 mountain climbers, and that's 1 rep. 9 more to go. Bring the weight down, 10 mountain climbers. Nice job. 8 more to go. Keep it up. This one has a lot of elements to it, so it might be a little bit more intense for you. So if you need to move slower, you can move slower. If you can move faster than me, by all means, move faster. I want this to be the most challenging that it can be for you. Give me a nice strong jump up, so the legs are really working there. Arms are really working here, and your core is constantly working. So think about that. Squeeze the abs. As you're coming up, really press through the heels. Squeeze the glutes. Engage the core to jump up. As you're balancing here, squeeze the abs to balance. Engage the shoulders. Almost through it. Keep going nice and strong. We're almost there. We have punch jacks coming up after this. So just think about that. Again, it's more cardiovascularly intense, but it's a bit of a recovery as far as strength is concerned. So we're almost through these. So set that weight aside. Grab your light weights for punch jacks. 40 reps, nice and quick, light on the feet. Move the legs in and out, squeeze the core. So as you're bringing the weights overhead, you're really engaging the core because you don't want the weight to bear pressure on your back and therefore your spine. You want this to be all muscular control. Keep going. Quick breaths. Exhale on the press. Almost there. We're going to hang on to those weights for our next exercise. So come down to your mat, get in a V-seat position for the punch and crunch. 50 reps. Squeeze the abs. Twist with intention. Don't twist through the spine. Don't use the weight to fling you side to side. Everything should be controlled. If you can't control it with the weight, set the weight down. Do this body weight. Exhale and twist. Keep going. Squeeze those abs in. Keep your legs pointed forward. Don't move the knees side to side. All right, so now we just need one weight for alternating forward and backward lunge and knee strike. 10 reps total. So that's 1, 2, keep it up. 3, 4. Here we go, we're halfway. This is 5 more to go. Remember, as you're lunging forward, don't lunge into your knee. Squeeze the ab, engage the quads, engage your hamstrings and your glutes. Almost there. We have a burst of cardio coming up next. So set your weight down, grab your chair, left leg on the chair. You're going to step up. As you do so, the other foot's not going to touch the chair. You're just driving that knee up and you're springing off the foot that's on the chair. So it's really intense for your abs, really intense for your quads. Keep pushing through. We have 20 reps on this side and then we'll switch. So keep going. So go ahead and switch. Other side, 20 reps. Keep moving, even when you feel the leg burning, when you feel like you're going to die, just keep going. Keep it up. We have weighted high knees after this. So again, less muscular work on the next one. So you get to let the muscles relax a little bit and focus more on cardio. So drive those knees up, squeeze the abs in. Again, using light weights here. It's only 5 pounds. If that's too much for you, you can go lighter. You can get 2s or 3s. If it's too light for you, go ahead and grab something heavier. Grab 8s, 10s. And again, hang on to your weights for a side-to-side sumo press. 12 reps. And for the high knees, you want to do 50 reps on that last exercise. So quick little cardio burst on that one. And on this one, really squeeze the abs in tight. Don't round the shoulders forward as you press the weights up. So once you've completed 12 reps, we're on to our last exercise. Again, using our free weights. We have Renegade Rows, a squat thrust, and toe touch. 10 reps, but again, there's a lot of elements to this exercise, so it's going to take you a little bit longer. Take your time with it. I never want you to rush through to the point where it's just going to be performed sloppily. I will always stress good form over anything else because that is the most important thing when you're exercising, is to use good form. You never want to compromise your knees, your back, your hips, your shoulder blades, nothing. Everything should stay in its proper place. You only want to make yourself stronger. You don't want to hurt yourself. So give me a nice strong push-up. Squeeze the weights up for a row. Jump the feet in. Roll back, kick the legs up, press the weights towards the toes, and back to start. Jump it in, roll back, kick the feet up, reach, bring the feet back in, jump the legs back to start, right into your push-up. You're so close to the end. Don't give up now. Even if you have to modify, you can always come down onto the knees for the push-up. You've got this. You're almost there. So go ahead, set your weights down, and let's stretch. Inhale up, arch the back. Release tension from the back, open the chest and the abs, and then nice forward fold, hands to the mat. Releasing tension from the hamstrings and the hips. Nice flat back position, hands down to the mat. And let's twist. Opposite arm comes up towards the ceiling. Look up. Switch sides. Enjoy that twist there. Again, releasing tension from everything that we just worked. Let's come into a nice low lunge. Inhale, reach up. Really stretch the arms up, arch the back, sink the hips into the mat. Bring your hands back and reach back into a nice hamstring stretch. So straighten that leg out. And again, remember, the closer the toes are towards you, the more intense the stretch is going to be. And now down to a lizard pose. So you could come to the edge of that foot. You're going to open the left knee up. Bring the forearms to the mat. Back leg, knee stays on the mat. Come up. And straighten the legs out. Nice triangle stretch. And let's rotate over. Nice stretch in the middle. And over to the other side. So right back down to our low lunge. Inhale up, reach up, arch the back, sink the hips down into the mat. Exhale, bring the hands down. Inhale, stretch back. Nice hamstring stretch. Again, if you want it more intense, bring your toes closer towards you. If it's too intense, push your toes towards the mat. And now let's step forward and come right back down into that lizard pose. It looks awkward, but it's an amazing stretch for the hips. It really helps open everything up, relieves all that tension in there, especially in the hip flexors. That's where we get a lot of our tension. Now stretch all the way up back into that triangle pose. Rotate forward. Hands stay on the mat. Let your head drop. Just relax. Now hands to the hips. Flat back all the way up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. And let's stretch the shoulders out a little bit. And now you're just going to grab your wrist or your palm, stretch the side body. Now other side. Stretch the shoulder. A nice side body stretch. And you guys are done. Amazing job today.